don't repeat it. What you get mad for? Somebody said something. I said, "Come on now." But again, we had the tools, but we didn't have the tools.
No, yeah, that's right. You know we had the great generation, our dads and stuff. Everybody worked, everybody did their thing. But you're right, we didn't follow. We did our own road and did our own thing.
Just like the ones behind us. You know what I'm saying? Why do each generation kind of want to have their own lane?
Y'all can see.
I understand
y'all came in on the conversation.
Y'all came in on it. Yeah.
We already got started. Man. Once again, this CUPPCast presents the gang members on a Tuesday night. Right? Tonight, Tuesday, right?
Tuesday night.
Yeah, I got that right. You know what? I need an applause for that because I got that right. I'm starting off on the right track, boss.
That's right. Hey, you might get your middle name next time, Thursday.
Excuse me?
You might remember your middle name.
I'm not going to say my middle name anyway. That really don't matter. No, we ain't on here for that, though. Okay. See, you already trying to mess up my flow, bro. You trying to mess up my flow. Yeah, I got a French middle name.
Oh, that's
my
right.
middle name is French.
No,
I ain't no Poitouez or none of that. It's Martine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's Martin.
No, it ain't Martin. It's Martine.
I can dig it.
I got double vowel.
They did that to you?
Yeah, they did.
What
you mean?
They did to everybody.
No,
what you mean did to?
They named you that Martine.
I don't know what's wrong with that though, boss.
But you ain't friends. You here. You lucky I know that. Yeah, that's what
they knew I was gonna be this international figure.
I get it.
So they like, you know what? We might as well go on and lay it up. Don't start, Chauncey, man. Yeah, my middle name is Martin. How you doing tonight, boss? Don't start though. I mean, we got a guest in the house. He our brother. He ain't really company, but yeah, we ain't gonna do that tonight. Yeah, man. So we ain't been on for a week, bro.
It's been a week.
It's been a week because we didn't do last Thursday, man. What you been doing all week? Because I ain't been able to monitor you yesterday. You know what I mean? I got to look out for the old men.
Just working.
Of the crew.
Just working. I had a job Sunday. I did, and just working. Coming home, going to bed.
Yeah.
That's my life. Work, home, and bed.
That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. Yeah. Did you watch the news yesterday?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So what you think about the mayor's state of the city?
Oh no, I didn't see a state of the city.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't see it. No.
So his plan is to get 1 million people in Milwaukee, right? Is to build the city back up to 1 million, which I think is the aspiration is great, but it's gonna take a lot of work. That's gonna take collective work. That's what I think.
But when has it been 1 million? Because when we was coming up, it was only 600,000.
Maybe 700.
Yeah, it was 600.
Yeah. I don't think it's been 1 million.
I mean, we was kids then.
Right.
It was 600. So I don't know if it ever.
And it was better then than it is now, statewide, economically, and So that's gonna be a tax. Yeah. That's gonna be a tax.
Got to be a lot of things offered for that to get that many people here and to stay here.
Well, he had a plan that concentrate on safety, job increasing, right? Yeah. Education, better infrastructure. Plan sounds great, but is he gonna get the collective agreement from the council, and will they actually push this forward, right? And are they gonna ask the people what they want in their communities? Because if you build something I don't want, I'm probably gonna tear it down. You know what I mean? So that's just my thought. Mm-hmm. Marlon, that's the boy name. Well, Marlon, yours is Marlin, like the fish. I don't think he was named after no fish though, so we ain't gonna go there either. But yeah, nice to know you. What's your middle name, man? I thought I knew it.
Jerome.
Yeah, Jerome. It is your middle name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got an old school country name. That's right. I know a lot of Jeromes in Louisiana, so yeah. That's
where my dad from. So
yeah. So Yeah, I slid it up in there. I was coming here, man, and I got down the building. I had dropped way off. And ran into another accident.
Yeah, serious accident.
Serious accident. I seen at least one mangled car, right, and 2 other cars, but a bunch of police cars to take. You know, and I'm involved in traffic safety now, and it's caused me to be more aware and more critical.
That's what it is.
Because now I'm looking at my habits of driving. Like, man, hold on.
That's what it does. Yeah.
My car is a weapon now too. I mean,
well, you're aware that it's a weapon, but it's always been.
Yeah.
But that's what getting into a new industry. That's what it does.
Yeah.
Make you aware of,
I just, I want y'all to be conscious, man, of something, right? Time is the one commodity that you really can't place no value on. It's invaluable, right? Don't cut your time short here on this earth. Take the time to get to where you gotta go. You may see something that you haven't seen. You may run into something beautiful, right? But if you speed, man, you're gonna hit a wall sooner or later. That's in life, that's in the game, that's period. And speaking of game, tonight's show is what's the science, right? What's the science? And I think we got the right person on here, man, to educate, enlighten, and inform a lot of us on the science of life, the science of your existence, the science of where you can be if you produce the type of effort needed to educate and enlighten self. So, with that, man, I would like to welcome our brother, the Honorable Rice Bay, man. Y'all give it up for the Honorable Rice Bay. Give it up for the Honorable Rice Bay. Come on now. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He get another applause. Then we're going to get some cheering too. All right. My man. Welcome to the game, members, man. Glad you could come on. You know what I mean, brother, for real. Indeed. Appreciate you blessing us with your time and your knowledge. So you heard yesterday, Mayor, right? I'm not as critical of the mayor as some are. I know Mickey ain't. We was talking earlier about how what we've taken on, once we get an understanding of it, it changes how we think and our behavior, right? Yeah. So why don't you kick us off, man? Let's get started.
When we started that,
I mean, from the beginning, give us some background. We know your background, right?
The background, okay.
Everybody else don't. We go back. You know what I mean? We in the game. You know what I mean? Right, my man. And share the enlightenment, right?
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
For those who don't know, I'm Brother Right. For those who do know, in the streets they call me Ball. Been there, done that. Hang with I come up off of our avenue, but I come up hanging off with the cats off Capitol Drive all up through there.
Yes, sir.
And again, I said I've been there, done that, and been on both sides of the table. Now I'm on the other side of the table, and I'm realizing you got to just rethink some things. Just
let me ask you before we go forward. What prompted the evolution?
What prompted the evolution? That's what I was looking for the whole time.
Okay.
Trying to figure out some solutions to what's going on. Hey.
We got another gang member in the house, man. Another gang member in the house, man. All about game.
And that's where that came from, man. Because again, we all grew up the same kind of way. We're trying to figure out what's going on, all this foolish and inequality in the world.
Yeah.
And we the only ones who kind of displaced from this information.
Okay.
So, of course, I already, how they said, in that conscious community, I was part of that or whatever, trying to figure this out, whether I'm reading a book from Dr. Ben or the ISIS papers, you name it, whatever. And let me see, what's this?
So you did research.
I was always researching. Always was trying to, because one thing you said this is about some game. One thing about me, there was always two sides to the game.
Yes, sir.
You needed to have, okay, the streets is cool, but then where is the educated side of you at? You know what I'm saying? So I graduated high school, college, the streets, but you got to have both of them to have a balance.
Yeah.
So as on this journey, 2015, just ran across the more information talking about the Moors and all this, and I'm like, huh? And it took me deeper into not just studying on the surface. Now I got to studying things I never thought about studying, which was like law, treaty law. I'm like, wait a minute. It's a lot of information that's there that the public
So I got
access to.
I got some way because I need you to break down how the law and treaty law plays a role in
everything
in our everyday life.
Well,
right?
Law governs everything.
Yes, sir.
We gotta understand that law governs everything, and you don't have anything that doesn't run without law.
Okay.
Then I had to go back. Let's go back to the simple part. We're the only people who don't go by any law.
When you say only people,
we talking about us. The laws that we go by, we make up as we go along. We never cared about the laws that the state had for us because we went against them our whole life. You see what I'm saying? We had to deep down. That's where we ended up where we went because we said, man, ain't no justice over there.
Yeah.
So therefore, we kind of made up our own laws. But when you got to come back to it, every government has law.
Yes, sir.
But we didn't see the benefit in the laws of this government, so therefore, that's why we went against it.
So let me ask you a question. Could it be because we don't have an identity in this country?
Well, that's what I kind of found out, and I kind of found out. But I just had to just use my common sense, especially once it was brought to my attention. I'm like, how come I'm grown and I never even thought about that myself? And it was the identity part. We went from being called Negro, Black, Colored, and I remember African American wasn't even thought of for us, but we old enough to remember that.
Yeah.
So again, I said, I had to be like, wait a minute. Here I am at 42. I'm like, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute, hold on. Next, I started just thinking common sense, get away from my emotions. Like, man, yeah, my identity never supposed to change. What's been going on? So now you go deeper into treaties and all this, and you come to find out that the United States has the longest standing treaty with who?
No, ain't it?
No, yeah, well, what nation? What nation do they have the longest standing treaty with?
It's European.
Morocco.
Oh, Morocco. Okay.
And you can pull this up. It's a treaty of peace and friendship.
Okay.
And now once you get to study it, you be like, wait a minute, hold on. The story that you told me about somebody who came over here and conquered some people, this piece of paper don't say that. This piece of paper saying that somebody gave them permission to go over here and set up their colony. I'm like, oh, I get it. Then everything started to unfold. Because now we can go back and be like, hold on, man. My great grandmama was an Indian. I know that because I pressed her hand. I'm like, yeah. Now you get to start thinking. Then you get to, now you have to start tracing yourself back through their history from what they told you. And do any of it make any sense? Now you have to go do self-study and dig and start putting the pieces back together. So once I started to do that, I'm like, oh, I see what's going on. I see what happened. And next thing you know, I start like a rock.
Let me catch some of these Charles, man. I just feel like change is overused. Change we evolve. We lose bad. We get rid of bad habits. We adapt. Hopefully to the betterment, right? Randy, what's happening, brother? John Fletcher, appreciate the comment. He said facts, family, information is the key to the next level. And Mickey even commented, "Good evening." So,
Well, that was in response to Randy.
oh,
She should have said Randy.
okay.
Yeah, that was in response to Randy.
See, we on it. You know, Mickey on it. You know what I mean? He on there today. He on there today. What's happening, Angie? So we was also talking earlier about, and you mentioned it, you know, conscious community and becoming conscious, right? And you know, for me, I don't like to say I became conscious, right? Because I knew stuff.
Yeah,
I just didn't implement.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And then after I decided that I didn't want that no more, okay? Me doing the community work was something new. And it was exciting, right? And I want to tell everybody about what we could do and how we could do it. And you know, sometimes my delivery was, hey man, no, you need to do this because we can do this, right? And I rubbed a lot of people wrong with it. I did. You know, that was never my intention to push people off. It's like, bro, you got to look at it from how I see it. You know, we come up different, right? And we really gain members. You know what I mean? And we come up different, and we think different. We were raised and trained. So I know for me, when I started to do positive stuff, man, it's you know, I want to share it. I want you to do it how I'm doing it. And it was wrong. It was wrong. I pushed people off. I rubbed them wrong way. But you said earlier that, you know, for you, that experience was similar after, you know, you've been doing this 8 years.
Yeah. I'm still new. I'm still like a baby, man. Because I'm learning all over again. Some stuff that I learned something like really, really new every day. Because remember, time never was, and we've been on this planet forever. But how much information do we really know?
Not a lot. Once you think about it,
not a lot. And we in the age of information, and I'm just going back to when I didn't. I'm like, you got so much, man, so much that we do not even pay attention to. We think it don't matter.
Okay.
We think we grew up in it, man, it don't matter. We just get this money and it is what it is. It is what it is. Not knowing that when you saying that as a grown man, that means you allowing somebody else to dictate really your whole life. Because somebody else is really making the rules that govern you way down here. And if you a man, if you are a man society is at the table where people are making the decisions, especially about their own life, right?
Yeah.
And I just looked like where or who has been sitting at the table speaking up for us the whole time.
Well, I think everybody here know that we don't have a lot of representation.
Well, at the gate, like you say, as grown men, we have to look at it to move the emotion to the side. If we say we grown, we don't have no representation, then other people have the right to mistreat us. Because it's something that we are overlooking. And for 42 years, I was overlooking this. I'm like, oh my goodness, okay, I see what's really going on.
So help everybody instead of overlooking, right? Instead of looking over it, help them focus on it. Tell them what they should be chasing to get the information that's going to enlighten them.
Well, you shouldn't have to chase anything. The information is there. Take some time out, an hour a day, and study something. 30 minutes a day, study something. Study something.
Just read something.
It's here.
Research something.
If you're trying to study what I'm studying, you need to go study law, because again, that's what's holding us back. We're the only people that don't have no political power, no religious understanding. We don't have no economic power. We have no social respect. Socially, no one recognizes us and respects us, and neither do we. So
it's obvious, yeah.
Those 4 points, every other culture I see got. We don't have those. We have no political protection. We have no religious understanding. Economically, yeah, we know how to get some money, but we don't know how to create our own product to sell to the masses.
Okay.
That's true economics.
Yeah.
When you got 1,000 of us somewhere making our own drawers, our own socks.
Yes, sir.
So, and then socially, come on, man. Don't nobody want nothing from us but our money.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
So then, you know, I had to reflect as a man. I'm like, wait a minute. I see what's going on. I really see what's going on. And I can only save myself through this. And hopefully that I'll be the beacon like the other ones can see what I'm talking about, because I experienced all that. I've been through your high schools, your colleges, your penitentiaries, your doctors. None of that has served us any good. So if we're not talking about how do we have our own and govern our own, all we are talking about is amalgamating somewhere else and still giving somebody else our power, while the generation behind us, we did not defend or build nothing for them to protect them from what's going to happen. And it's really that simple.
Well said.
It's really that simple, because like it's here. Why am I still fighting the fight that others fought before me, and it still ain't got solved yet?
Yeah.
We had great leaders before, you know, now everybody got to be activists. I'm like, hold on, we got to get the emotion out of the way. Like, man, what's really going on here?
Yeah.
And we have to trace ourselves back and see what really went on in this country, because history has been told from somebody else's point of view. And we got to look at it just like that. There was another document that we don't never pay attention to. Sister Patricia, you know about her, right?
Yeah.
You know, I was giving her a lot of this information, and she called me the other day. She was reading a book from a sister who wrote the book, and it's basically talking about the doctrine of discovery.
Okay.
And that document came out in the late 1400s, but it's still relevant right now today, because they're still using that document to basically infringe on all the indigenous people, their lands and their rights everywhere.
So before we go further into the document, you want to give the backstory on Sister Patricia?
Sister Patricia was I was the president of my neighborhood, Amani, and Sister Patricia was the sister who was the head. She was executive director of the Dominican Center.
Yeah.
Which was doing a lot of good community work in my neighborhood. Yeah. So shout out to Sister Patricia.
Yeah, I also spent some time working with and for the Dominican Center under the advice and leadership of her, and you know I got a lot of respect and love for her. Yeah. But she read the book.
She read the book, and the book basically reminded her of a lot of stuff that I was telling her. And she said, "Hey, I thank you, because the seeds that I planted, now when she went over here and seen it from another point of view, now she was seeing what I was talking about."
And Sister Patricia isn't a young lady.
Oh no, she's not.
She's an elder, and I respect her as an elder. You know, very, very knowledgeable about what she knows. But as we can see, she's also willing to continue to right and evolve. You know, I like to say that the game is about evolution, because if we ain't evolved, I don't know who has, man.
Hey, man, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Because I'm gonna tell you 1,000. If it wasn't for this, man, I'd still be bald, man. I'd still be on the same thing, because my thought from when I was in high school, man, I'm not finna get this system my time. I'm not finna, because I see it's a bad dream. Yeah. I had seen at 15, like, you ain't telling me I'm finna work for y'all for 40 or 50 years and still really have nothing. I still ain't got no right. I seen that stuff when I was young, and I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. I don't think I'm gonna be giving y'all my 9 to 5. I don't think it's gonna work like that.
I think we all kind of
we all kind of but now that I know that's a deadly thought, because if you don't got nothing to replace it, I replace it with number 5 and foods and tore up a whole neighborhood.
Yeah, we all did.
You see what I'm saying?
We all fell in.
So now I'm on the back end trying to clean all that up.
And you know what, man? That's the challenge, right? Trying to restore what we messed up, and getting people that haven't experienced what we experienced, but they in leadership to understand the purpose behind what we want to do. You know, I don't want to fix my community to make you look bad in leadership. You don't come off frame. Right. You don't come off power. You don't come off capital. Right. We do. Right? It's not just a block. It's a community. It's family for us. Correct. And we are invested in our community. And we accept what we've done wrong. Why can't people accept that we want to restore that so that those that come after us don't continue to?
Well, here's the thing I know is real fast. It's a business. And in my mind, I'm like, I cannot do that. I can't take the fact that helping my people is a business and you can make it a business when that's really not a business. Helping your people to get back up out of that mind state, that's not a business. You can't pay me. You couldn't even pay me to do that.
Yeah.
Because how much can you pay me to help somebody, help them relieve all the misery that they're going through? Man, you can't pay nobody for that.
No,
I can't guarantee that I can do the job.
Yes, sir.
So again, man, it's like we done been through so much, and to get all this back, it starts actually with self, man. You know, again, it starts with every last one of us who made those decisions to go the other way, and you got to stand firm on it because you got to experience the other way. You know how all that's gonna look. So hold fast, and those ones who really got the eyes to see, they the ones who really gonna pay attention. Those are the ones who you really trying to get this to, because everybody ain't gonna get it all. Everybody ain't gonna accept it.
Yeah. Because
everybody really don't want to relinquish that lifestyle. They have to really go. Some of them still probably got to go through some more things. But I've been through it all, man. Come on. I'm almost 20 years in from having a kidney transplant, all this stuff, man. I've been through it, you name it, I've been there.
I didn't know about the kidney transplant, did you?
Yeah, because I used to, hey, man, when I first had I went dialysis, man, this was all lumpy and crazy, man. Everybody in the hood knew. They know.
Well, 20 years ago, I was in the joint.
Yeah. So yeah, it's 20 years ago. Almost 20 years come December, man. So I always been a different thing.
You know, all praise to the Most High for that, man.
All praise to God for that.
Let me catch us up, Angie White. Appreciate you for joining us. Hey, y'all share the show. Y'all share the show, man. You know, I done seen a lot of podcasts, listen to a lot of radio, but you don't get to hear facts a lot. And, you know, my man is, like I said, the name of the show is What's the Science?
What's the Science?
You know what I mean? And if he ain't giving it to you, I don't know who is. And it's something that everybody needs to hear because it's about us. Ignatius Griffin, great topic, fellas. Appreciate it, boss. Melanie Crit, Greens. That's some family, right? That's from Louisiana too, right? Yeah, right. Yeah. You don't know your family?
Yeah.
Okay. John Fletcher, he's been fire 100. We gotta keep that same energy moving forward. So listen, man, you know, we in the midst of an election, right? And 53206.
Oh yeah.
You know, as well as the mayor's race, which I really want to look at the automatic races for. You know what I mean? Because it affects us. You know what I mean? You met the candidate. Nikki has it, bro have, because they haven't came on yet, right? Which is really, you know, that's gonna be on them. But give me some thoughts on these candidates, and your hope for 53206, and if you have a conversation with them.
I'm gonna put it like this. My hope for 53206 is again, the people kind of got to know for themselves and get back to the politics. Well, what I know now, I'm just gonna be honest. Nobody with no power can help people with no power. So nobody with no power can help people with no power. So don't make no difference who you put in there. A few things may happen for some individuals, but again, we have to be realistic now. Again, you know what I'm saying? Since I'm on the other side of the table and I see, I'm like, it don't make no difference who you put in whatever position. By us not having no power, our people ain't gonna get too much of anything out of that anyway. The other people's gonna benefit because they got political power. They know how to utilize whatever they got, and they're gonna make something happen at 53206.
So what's needed? Share what's needed.
What's needed is
I know.
Again, it's only one thing that I know that's going to help us. Where do you get your political power from? Because from there, you're going to get you a big old bankroll, right? And all your needs is going to get met.
Okay.
Like everybody else. They put a bankroll behind the agenda, that agenda getting met.
Yeah.
Where's the bankroll behind our agenda? Man, for one, our agenda is spread out. The bankroll is spread it out.
Let me ask you a question. What agenda do we have?
Okay, then. So therefore, what we asking? Nothing.
We ain't got no agenda.
Okay, then. We ain't got nothing coming.
Until we get that agenda.
Until we, you know what I'm saying? Again, see, we got to be grown men. What is our agenda? We should already know what it is, but why we got to come up with it? It should already be on the table. We know we need better education. We need this, we need that, we need this. But then we asking for something from some people who can't supply that to us.
So what you're saying is the only people that can supply what we need is us.
When we gonna get it? When we gonna do it?
Exactly. Well, we've been talking about some stuff lately. I'm glad you're here because it's about us and putting some power into our economic power, right? And political power. I like to call it the Capital Drive Collective, but it encompasses a large part of 53206, where I've been talking to several different brothers about coming together economically, collectively to create that. Mm-hmm. And we ain't got to go to 1,000 people. It only takes a few. Right, and we know what a few was heart can do because we've been doing it all our lives. We've been them few that's been up against the odds in this city. You know what I mean? So, Ignatius, again, man, 40 plus years, boss. Appreciate you, man, for watching this, man. Share the show. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and tell this girl to watch too. She might learn something too, you know what I mean? Joshua Lowe, when they cut the throat of Milwaukee's industry to move that shit to the South, then overseas, they made everybody desperate. I think it's on purpose. That's in our lifetimes.
That goes right back to people who don't have any political power. Right. Somebody else can always make the economic decisions about you.
Yeah.
You're right, Josh. Yeah, you're right, Josh. Yeah. But they sure moved everything out of Milwaukee.
So much money running
around. They moved the middle class out of Milwaukee.
Right. Yeah.
That's good. They got rid of all those industries.
Yeah.
Last night.
Man,
do you know how much money was floating around in the hills?
A lot, man. It was so much money that the streets and civilians were at peace.
Yes.
Right? They worked together to keep the peace because everybody was eating. Everybody was eating, man.
Yeah. The schools looking better.
Yes.
Education getting paid.
Yeah. Well, a lot of that though. Also, we had a black bar district and collective, right? Where the bar owners, they did a lot of stuff in our city for their communities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without having to be asked.
Right.
And now, You got the liquor stores owned by foreign entities, gas stations, foreign entities, corner stores, foreign entities.
They should.
It goes back to.
Come on, we gotta. Here's one thing I'm noticing now. I can't even be mad at none of them, my Asiatic brothers for having that. You know why? Because when the people who don't know how to take their money, how much money we just messed up and how many of them stores we could have had.
Man, listen.
So again, we gotta train the whole new generation. Like I say, man, it ain't about messing all that money. It's long term, man. You're gonna be an old man one day.
Yeah.
You gonna be an old man one day. And you still gonna think you want to be 50 chasing money, 60 chasing money. Nah, man. But I understand that goes back to people. It's real simple. That goes back to people who don't have no political power because somebody else can move somebody else in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
That let you know, man, you ain't got no power to do nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm understanding because let's go back to the streets. Everybody you click with a click for a reason. You there, but really it's two reasons why everybody joins some type of game.
Right there.
For the political power and the economic power.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you there.
Yeah.
Go through all that, you can make everything happen. When you run a whole neighborhood, y'all got all the money, y'all the one who run this, y'all run that. Come on, it's the same concept.
And it was politics between us.
It's always
politics between the streets. It always did.
So the concepts don't change.
Yeah.
The concepts don't change.
Man, listen, man. Y'all need to share the show.
Please.
Because bro is breaking down the science. You know what I mean? You ask question, what's the science?
John Fletcher got a good point. He said it's time we reinvent ourselves and keep it pushing. And he's right.
Yeah.
We have to get back to that.
Yeah.
Them people come in our neighborhoods and they own everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to be the customers to these people. We can't never own anything. We just spending our money with it.
And they don't put it down. They got it down.
So we have to change that. We got to change.
You know, speaking of, I gotta take some time. You know, at a moment for Natalie, she went to view the video today of her son being killed. And I had a conversation with her, and you know, that, yeah, it's not his. You know, I heard the pain in her voice. You know what I mean? It was one of us, another black man that killed her son. However, it was at the behest of somebody of a foreign nature. And I just want to say, man, that you know, baby girl, we love you. We owe you up before the Most High. I ask that He bless you and give you the strength and courage to keep on pushing and keep on fighting.
Like a strong person to see something like that, dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. You know, she a little fighter though, man, and you know, I just don't want it. You know, I just pray that the Most High don't let it dwell on her too hard, that she caves under the weight of that pain. You know what I mean? So, you know, to little sis, man, we love you, baby girl.
For sure.
Yeah. To all the parents who have had to go through that, you know. It's another reason why the brother is here, because we are the answer. We are the solution to everything that we're facing. You know, so tonight, and listen, man, if y'all don't know, y'all better get on it, man, because he breaks science down. You know what I mean? He breaks science down.
It's something simple I want to say.
Yeah.
It's two things we all can work on, and everybody can work on, that we need. One of them is principles, another one is virtue. We ain't got none of that.
Okay.
We ain't got none of that, man. Come on, we from the streets, man. We cutthroat, all this. We ain't got no principles that we really stand on. The only principle that we got, stand on me abroad against the money. And stay out the way.
Well, we know how to do that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he said, it's time to reinvent.
Yeah,
It's time for us to change because again, that you know that that's a group of people who going to keep themselves in perpetual foolishness and folly.
Yes, sir.
They ain't got to worry about nothing. Them together are gonna keep each other disenchanted.
Okay. But you know, I looked at you because I'm like, man, we've been there, did that. Most definitely. You know what I mean? And I knew that you was probably gonna ask why I'm looking at you.
Man, boy, you kicking in there.
Yeah.
Y'all know me. I've been there, done that. It's just that deep down inside, I was looking for the answer, man. Come on, big money, yeah. Come on, that we know I have big money. That stuff don't really make you happy because you gotta go. That money for it come and go.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, sooner or later you gonna have to pay a lawyer.
But you gotta do something with it.
You gotta, you know, and if you pay a lawyer, more than likely you gonna need the canteen. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be there when you get back. You know, between us, you got dozens of years of incarceration, but just as many years of knowledge and gain that have been displaced. I don't want to say wasted because we still, you know what I mean?
Never wasted.
Never wasted. You know, I mean, I've learned so much through my trials and tribulations. That's why I'm not gonna repeat that. But for those that's not watching right now, right? What is it that those that will watch are watching? How can they share what you just delivered and reinforce it? You know, give them some read material, right? Open up the doors to go get this, because you know a lot of people gonna be like, well, I don't know where to get the information. Where am I supposed to seek it at? Where am I supposed to find it?
Wow. I'm gonna put how you said disclaimer out. Be careful where you get it from.
Okay.
Because here's one thing I've noticed. Somebody always want to be in front. Don't nobody just want to give you the game here, man, and don't want nothing from it. Because with this type of information, you can falsely use it and have people doing some things against their will. They ain't even know. But this information, like I just started with the treaty, a peace and friendship between Morocco and the United States, starting right there. But it's gonna give you a cold history lesson because it get hit on cold now. See, somebody you got to think. Where's Morocco at? Where Morocco? It's over in Africa, right? How did somebody in Africa give somebody permission to some land over here?
That's what
So again, you got to go back and study, because he go another. Morocco. When did Morocco get their independence? From the French.
Okay.
Then you would kind of see that the flag that they flying was already flying over here in the 20s. So again, this is history.
When you say, hold on,
Morocco didn't get their independence, I think, until the 40s.
The 40s,
1940s,
something
like that.
But the flag was already.
But the Moorish flag was over here.
The flag was already
in the 20s.
In the 20s.
In 1920s.
In the 20s. And Noble Drew Ali brought the flag back in the 20s.
Okay.
I don't really know who it is.
But again, if anybody truly want to study, study the teachings and what did Noble Drew Ali bring. Don't study the people, study what the founder brought.
Well, I looked it up. It's Treaty of Peace and Friendship in 1786. The document is real. So just like I looked it up, you can look it up. And I would advise you to not just look it up, but research, go deep, and you might find out something about yourself. right? That can enlighten you and assist in your evolution too. Ain't nobody talking about, nobody, right? We want to see everybody evolve. We want to see you succeed. But if you don't know how to succeed or how to evolve, that's another obstacle, right? That you got to overcome. And he's taking one obstacle away. Knowledge is not just key, but imperative to your success. So,
and you must be what you know, not what you told.
yes, sir.
We've been told so much, we don't know what the truth or not. So imagine a real person in reality, but he's going off reality off of false information. How you think his life gonna be? Your whole life you've been having false information. It ain't gonna turn out how you want to. Yeah, it might be some ups, but you're gonna have majority of downs because again, you try to build with false information. Like I'm trying to build this house, but I got the wrong schematic. Man, this house ain't gonna stand.
Yeah.
It may look like a house until that wind come through.
I can dig it.
And I can know for a fact we ain't study nothing. Man, we from the streets, man. What do we study? We study trying to how to beat the case or something.
Yeah.
But we ain't really studying because we think it's always been somebody else's job to take care of that.
Right.
It's somebody else's job to make sure that we straight from a lawful perspective, this perspective, not understanding like, whoa, wait a minute. If it is, who are they? And if it ain't nobody, that means I gotta go figure out for myself what's been going on. Otherwise, I'm just in the same suit, being cooked like everybody else.
Another chance, man. It came through. We got another game member in the house, man. You want me to say your middle name on it?
You say yours.
No, I ain't gonna say that. Man. Y'all that don't know him though. Hey, this brother Charles, man. They already seen it, right?
They know who it is. That's our friend from South.
Yeah. That's a good thing, man. You know what I mean?
No nickname needed.
I need friends in my life.
Real.
Yeah, man. It's the information is there, right? The key to the lock, right? But you saying, if you accept the wrong key, you may open Pandora's box instead of the box of reality.
To a degree. Well, we already opened up Pandora's box to a degree, right? We was already playing that box. Yeah, we already been playing in that box. You know what I'm saying? So it won't be too unfamiliar with a lot of us.
Okay.
I just hope that whoever going there got enough sense to come in and go in and come right back out.
Yes.
You go up in there, you gonna get caught up in that paradox, and you might not come back out.
I think that's I think a lot of people have already experienced that, and that's why we have a lot of false representation in leadership because they bitten of the apple, right? You know what I mean? And they like to taste of it, but they don't want to shit it out.
So we already know how that goes, man. You already know how that goes.
I think it could, and mistaken if I'm wrong though, it goes back to the solution being us. Right.
Everybody, just because they look like us, that don't mean that we've been so, Europeanized with this, European psychology. Some of us we can't trust all of us. We just got to be honest. All of us is really not for the liberation of us. Because we've been up under the system so long, man, that's a lot of convenience. A lot of people not going to turn down that. They're not going to turn their back on that because, again, you got comforts.
Yeah.
We think we're supposed to have all these little trinkets and all that. Man, I can't do that without my phone, my this, my that. Like, I can understand it, but some of this stuff is our crutches.
This is probably one of the worst things we ever accept.
It's like drugs.
It is.
That's like,
and it is affecting how we communicate
all of that
with each other, man. You know what I mean, we communicate over this little device, and there's no emotion. You know what I mean? I can send a message that if you in the wrong mood or you in the wrong mood, you woke up to today, I don't hear that shit, and I send you something that's positive and from me, right? You may accept it as, fuck this motherfucker. Now you want to kill him because we no longer communicate properly. This right, bro. I know about 5-6 numbers by heart, bro.
Yeah, again, so
which means I'm not exercising my mind though.
40 years ago, you knew everybody now.
Had to.
Yeah. You had to. Look, you had to.
I had to. I gotta listen, man.
You gotta have all the numbers because you need
them.
Yeah.
I'm going to the palace tonight. I'm gonna call and find out. Everybody. I knew everybody's number. You can't tell me 6 numbers right now. You know what I mean?
But you still can know everybody now. But that's up to you.
Yeah.
You don't have to rely on this.
You got to.
Right.
You can learn people's numbers. When I got out, I knew everybody's number because in prison you just had a phone book. And so you had to look at your phone book, and God forbid you go to the hole. Then you had to go off your memory, the call whoever, or to have somebody call on the 3-way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we cripple ourselves with this, but it don't have to be that way.
So let me say that because like we always say, come on down. This live. One of the brothers that just came in, he got something he want to add to it. You didn't say it because he behind it. So what's going on, bro?
I put on my shoes. I'm like, y'all was talking about some good stuff. So
yeah, come over so that they can hear you. Come out the mic at least. Come out the mic at least because I don't know if they can hear you. We ain't gonna say his middle name, y'all. His brother Child.
So to the point that y'all was just speaking of, and like if you wanna learn these numbers, you do it. A lot of us is influenced by so many things. It's like a freaking tug of war at these cats' souls and what's important and what's not. They want to be, but it's very few cats like you that stick to the script.
Yes, sir.
That stick to, the foundation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it worked for you. When you got a good recipe, why are you gonna change it? But these cats so used to changing it. It's cats that our age, they just young people. I know old dudes that, you know what I'm saying, they so confused about what's gonna get them accepted that they trying all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So social media is definitely a choice.
Yeah.
But it's a deeper rooted issue with how cats feel, you know what I'm saying, what makes them valuable. You know what I'm saying? And to get recognition and acknowledgement. And I say this because I struggled with this for a long time. You know what I'm saying? My name, it's always been my name. Me and my friend was talking today. He was a popular dude. He did everything. And he liked me. Me and him, we jammed right away.
Yeah.
A lot of cats like that, I wore glasses. Well, I was smart. And he's like, no, that's your thing. And I always felt that way. But deep inside, I was like, dude, I got boy, no matter what. Get some money. Still, that boy wasn't fulfilled. I was just doing stuff to be doing stuff. But that's those emotions and, you know what I'm saying, those things that we always try to pour into ourselves to make us be validated for other people. But to your point, though, I don't know. I know my life number. You know what I'm saying? I think I chalk that to my old age, though. And I'm not used to it. I lost my phone. Dude, I didn't know nobody number.
Yeah.
I knew her number, though.
It'll dumb us down. And it's because it's convenient, right? It's convenient, and I ain't got to do the work then. I ain't got to think about what the number is. All I got to do is begin typing.
Cut corners.
Not knowing that it had an adverse effect that you didn't see down the line.
Yeah.
But to big point, once again, just to sum it all up, you pour into what you value. And once they value and you do this dude do it every day. Every day you do. You know what I'm saying? They be like, you're a caveman. This is just how he is. He lived by a certain creed. And I know a few people like that. I gravitate towards people like that, but it's a lot of people that I love that be all over the place. And I was like, dude. And what you just said about, you know what I'm saying, you make a choice to be like, no, you ain't gotta be this way. But then in the other turn, you gotta understand that's what empathy come in at. Everybody ain't built like you.
You know, Anna, you said something else earlier, man. About self-image, basically, right? How we think that others are viewing us, and most of the time, man, anybody think about us. Everybody think about it.
Like, man, as long as you ain't got no crazy character, man, everybody been thinking about it.
You know what I
As long as you
mean?
ain't no super oddball.
You got people going to spend $2,000-$3,000 on shoes and and they walk around with $30,000 on. Hey, bro, everybody really think about you, man.
We dinosaurs with that thinking.
But we this is what we facing now, right? And this right here has done a lot of it because I'm gonna post something and I gotta get 500 likes.
Well, again,
You know what I mean? I gotta get 500 likes instead of me going out hollering at somebody, right? You know what I mean? I want 500 likes though.
Man, that is so true, but it's like, dude, it's so deeper than that, dog.
That's why he here. What's the science, right? Because we got to understand that everything that we've been given is for a purpose. And it's not to lift us up. This ain't to lift us up. This is to make us continue to be content being uncomfortable.
Not comfortable with being aware.
Not being prepared.
This ain't for us. This is actually for the generation behind us.
It ain't.
Because they the ones who gonna spend the majority of their life on one of these.
Yeah.
So this is for them to take them away from a reality that we really knew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They not gonna be outside enjoying nature.
But a lot of us
This is their outside.
A lot of us grabbed on to that though to make ourselves relevant.
Well, you know that phone out there.
You know what I'm saying though, if you don't say to be relevant, you know what I'm saying, it just feel like you opposite because the older you get, sometimes you just be like, everybody's content with being irrelevant.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, I got a prime code because, you know, shit, I was having money, you know what I mean? And, you know, I need a phone because I'm gonna have money, you know, and go with the outfit.
Prime code.
You know,
You can get on the internet with prime code.
oh no, it wasn't that deep.
Call somebody, say I'm on my way.
I'm on the way, I've been picking up, right? You know what I mean? But now they got Apple Vision coming out.
Yeah.
They said Apple Vision is a thing of the future. But in 50 years, Apple Vision gonna be obsolete.
I was in the mall yesterday in Houston. Yesterday, they got these glasses. I forgot the name of the company. Oh, you got video cameras on the
Apple
glasses.
Vision.
Is that Apple? No,
I think this is the
what's the name of those sunglasses? Famous sunglasses company.
What I'm saying, Ray-Ban.
Ray-Ban. Ray-Ban got got speakers in them. You can listen to music. You can take pictures of people. They don't even know you taking pictures of them. Video. It's like the glass. They're glasses, bro. They're like low. Just regular low.
Then you just hit a button.
$3,500. I was in dealers.
yeah.
Like, dog, this is crazy.
And it's just a touch and everything is different. You know what I mean? You can communicate, you in a different city, you know what I mean, with your people, but I ain't left my house. That's not, bro, that's unnatural.
But is it live?
But they want it to be natural.
But is it live though?
Yeah, you there with them. If they got an Apple Vision 2,
Oh, you can see
y'all go to the same place.
Right.
Y'all can go to Hawaii and never leave your house.
So I can go on a trip, and you got Apple Vision, and you can see what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Y'all can be in Vegas to gamble type of guy.
Yeah.
That ain't healthy.
No,
It's not.
and you sitting on 24
It ain't healthy. I think I seen the video with
That's
Michael
how
Jackson
coach-
on, and I think I want to test it out myself, but I think I tried it. I think when the Western calls, I put it on for a second. I'm like, this ain't good.
Yeah.
Because it actually, if you ain't really in tune with yourself, you would think that is the reality.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially to a generation who coming up now, all they know is everything.
It's false reality.
It's just false reality. So they won't even know. Let's go back to some things. We got to be really paying attention for the next generation, like what's really going on.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this stuff really ain't serving us really no good. It's actually bringing us so much harm. But again, we like, man, what can we do about it? What can we do about it? What can we do about it?
That's so true, man.
And again, as a grown man, that was one thought I had. I'm like, man, ain't no way we put here to let all this happen. We ain't got no way out. I'm like, nah, I don't think that's possible. In my mind, I said, ain't no God in the world gonna have a group of people this strong without no way out. We supposed to be what we supposed to be. And I know before I even got into that, I'm like, man, we the strongest people on earth, man. But what's really going on?
Well, you know, I grew up in a religious household. You know, grandma would believe in God.
We all did.
Hey,
We all did.
and I look at other cultures, right? They pray to God too.
They God don't look. They God don't forsake them.
They God don't.
They
don't
God,
turn
they-
it back on them.
They got a God and political rights
Yeah, and I don't think
and
You know,
economic security.
I don't think God has turned us back on us. We've turned our
We must
back
turn
on
our
us
back on God.
and on God. Right.
That's it.
Yes.
Because every other, like you just said, every other culture got political power, religious understanding, economic power, social status. If we don't, I'm like, man, I ain't
Yeah,
crazy.
God has forsaken us.
So
We
it's something that we is not paying attention to. Remember, we come from an era where we couldn't even question the generation before us.
No.
So imagine, oh come on, imagine.
You can't be
I
in the
like,
same
I,
room.
I like to be honest, man. My grandma didn't know enough. She didn't know enough. So I'm like, ain't no way I can't go. I don't go get this information. Who gonna get it for me? My grandmama couldn't. She didn't have it. My mama didn't have it.
Yeah.
So that means I came up in the era where I can really go get educated. Not just their education, but I got enough to read everything. I'm like, man, this don't make no sense.
Let me ask you this. You feel deprived how you was raised?
No, because I had everything there. Deprived from what? Everybody had the basics. Nice house, something to eat. But that can also be an illusion too, because yeah, you can have that, but you still ain't got what you really supposed to have.
Because think about it, when they took away that security, because that's what A.L. Smith, Ernest Vegler was to our family. It was security, right? We knew that, okay, hey, I can get out the streets and go to somebody I know gonna be at A.L. Smith. They're gonna give me a job, right? That security left. And I think the reality dawned on our people that security was gone. And you know, I've put myself and my people in a bad position because where do I go now? How do I continue to right?
And you don't know you don't know true economics. All you know is how it's gonna go work for somebody else.
And then here comes crack.
Everything went haywire after that.
And then here comes
But
foreign invasion and buying up everything.
Yeah. But some of those elements was always there. We go back to the heroin era. You know what I'm saying? It was always there. It was always there. You know, those things was always there.
So, and tell me if I'm wrong. We had a system in place that we created within that underground, right? Right? And it was working for them, right? Crime wasn't as high as it is. You know what I mean? Violence wasn't as high as it is. You know, it wasn't as much as as much economic implosion, right? Economics was booming. And that security, what they thought was security, they knew how to exploit the system that they were part of to be beneficial to them and others, right? Because you look at some of the old school cats, right? The Hot Chaparrals, Pee Wee and Big K and them, the Fergusons, there, right? All them cats who was having stuff as we was coming up, right?
Gatekeepers.
They was gatekeepers. They was connected and they were protectors as well. We came up in the Briar Meyer McCann era, and our people made sure don't you take your ass over here, don't you go over here, don't. But I also remember that them cops that were violent, and they didn't come into the black community and get off on them brothers and sisters back in the day. It wasn't happening because there was structure, there was some organization, there was some politics, there was some economy.
It just wasn't happening on a more visual scale that we see now. It was always there, but it just wasn't publicized as highly as we see now. But it was still there.
It was there.
Yeah, we have a little bit more control, but
we have more. And my stepfather was snatched out of the car. He broke the police jaw. He did 3 hours. No case. Right? Because you had no right putting your hands on that man. And he had some economic power behind him and some political power because he was messing with them Jews who had money. Right? And it was in politics. So they had reach. They had some reach. We don't have those connections no more. What I'm saying, and what you saying, what we are saying is that the probability is strong to make that happen, right? If you go beyond yourself and learn of self and your value.
got to just play your part where it's at. Don't overdo it. Just play your part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing my part. I have to realize, man, just play my part, man. My part is, man, do what you can. Don't be trying to, because you can't overstep nothing anyway. Just do what you do. And eventually, as we seeing the whole world waking up to a whole lot of stuff anyway.
Yes, sir.
Eventually, everything gonna come to a head. Yeah. Eventually, everything gonna come out. But again, I don't think us as grown men, we never really paid attention to the society we grew up in. We just paid attention to how they told us, and we just kept on pushing. We never questioned anything they said, even though it didn't make no sense. Because again, you question it, all you're gonna do is go get more information. Then what you gonna do with it? I got more information. This ain't right. That ain't right. Like you always see us. We always keep on. I think I had this one. The police was actually on my side. I'm like, look, man, I'm sick and tired of us saying it's the police fault.
Right.
Because guess what? Them cats in blue is going through the same thing we going through. That's just their job.
Yeah.
They just their job. We understand that they kind of abuse people's rights, but they kind of going through more than what we going through because they inside a job. They got to police us, and plus they inside of a job that's real bogus, so they can't say nothing when things go down. So what do you think once you get up in there after a while? What kind of attitude do you think you're gonna have? All of them ain't gonna be good.
Yeah.
Some of them are actually gonna turn into what they really want to be anyway. Yeah,
there's gonna be some force met with force. Yeah,
it's gonna be some force with force. But now that I know, like, wait a minute, any civilized group that I know around the world where they have disagreements with their government, they sit down. They sit down.
They just sit down or they go to war.
They sit down and go to war. They sit down so they can hash this stuff out because war don't benefit nobody. Right?
But the winner.
But the winner.
But the winner.
You know what I'm saying? So again, it's a lot we like. I love comparing. I like calling myself. I'm just a concerned citizen. I wasn't a concerned citizen before. I didn't care about what went on downtown, what went on here, because I'm like, what can I do about it?
Yeah.
Now that I'm like, oh, I'm a citizen, and my job is to let other ones know the reason why it's not happening because we ain't citizens. We've been going off of fairy tales and falsehood. You cannot live your life according to those. You can't. You can't. I can't say I'm real, but I don't know nothing about me. I'm like, again, I sit back and I analyze. I'm like, man, I'm like, man, I've been out here fronting my whole life. Come on, I'm a real nigga. Like, no, you can't be real if you.
No.
I'm talking about from a
freestyle though.
I'm a real nigga.
Yeah,
right.
So
that's
I were because
we was real niggas.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was.
We really was.
And
I wasn't. So
yeah,
I don't adopt that word.
No,
I don't adopt that word. I don't use that word.
Authentic man.
I understand that.
Don't do it.
But there was a time in our lives when that word would have been the perfect word to describe our actions.
I understand that.
You know,
until we wake up.
Right.
But then that word should no longer be used by the person that's or accepted by the person that's woke. It just what I don't allow nobody to call me that. I don't use that term. I just don't use the word. So, you know, to me it's derogatory. I know people use it in front of different other different races, and it's a shame. I guess it really is. Yeah.
My grandfather used to always tell me stuff like, dude, you can have knowledge all you want to, but you don't got no wisdom. You can know that fucking tomatoes is a fruit, but wisdom is knowing not to put it in the fruit salad.
Yeah.
What he just said, just because that is like that. We got so much more information that we got now, dude. Ain't no sense we walk around here calling each other. You know what I'm saying? And do it. I swear to God, I hate that word so much. Until you use it, though. You know what I'm saying?
Then if you use it, you can't hate it.
No. Follow me though, Vic. Follow me though. What I'm telling you though, I'm so flawed because I'm still trying to purge out some insecurities, some things that I need to work on. You know what I'm saying?
I think the ignorant stuff though,
I
use the word too, but I don't use it just like it.
No, you don't. But still,
because I say Donald Trump is one of the stupidest niggas I've ever seen.
Donald Trump, that's my man. That's my man.
I mean, you know,
Donald Trump, my man.
I like Donald Trump for the entertainment purpose.
Man, he the best president we ever had. He the only one who kept it 100. Once he got up there, I'm like, yeah, he gave me a confirmation. It's all a joke. It's all a joke.
Well, he definitely confirmation.
He gave you confirmation that we as men need to be paying attention to what's going on because whatever going on up there is gonna fall right on our head.
Okay.
Right? I'm like, man. I like to ask myself this real simple question. Say, for instance, let's say Mick, he running the number one business in the world. But he go hire jackass as his president. I got to be looking at him for one of two things. Either he don't know what he's doing, or he's setting this company up to bust another move. And you need a fall guy.
Yeah.
Because you don't put nobody the head of your brainchild, and he ain't got no brain.
Right.
Unless you want something to happen to what's going on with your thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to put in the self-sabotage. Mm-hmm. And then we got to look at here come the election year. We got a country that is torn from an older guy that we know that, hey man, this guy might pass any day. Then you got the guy who's just already there. We got to look at this in real life, like, man, wait a minute, what is really going on? Because if we real citizens, we got to be like, these are the people who's making decisions. We know they neither one of them really care. Why are they even running?
Why are they being
why somebody even
right?
So again, we have to look at this stuff for what it is and get our emotions out the way because this stuff is affecting us. This stuff is affecting us. Our grandchildren is being taught this falsehood. Mm-hmm. we still being taught this falsehood. And this stuff is affecting our lives, man. These lies are ruining our lives. But we have to be honest with that. And again, you have to have the courage enough for truth and stand on it, because it ain't gonna look good. And I can say this for this, I put affairs on. My number one enemy became the people that knew. When I got in front of the Europeans and other cultures, man, you will be surprised at what them people were saying. The one Asiatic, he's like, man, I'd be glad when the rest of y'all wake up, because it ain't their job to tell you. It ain't their job.
Right.
Why? I'm benefiting off you, man. I can't tell you to wake up, because once you wake up, man, you ain't finna come to my store no more. I can't tell you, man, y'all can have this. But again, I have been privileged to sit at tables to hear conversations that I would have never been privileged to in my life. And I'd be like, man, I'm glad that I'm in this position. I got enough patience and poise, because this information is not for the weak at heart. When you know that the enemy is not outside of you, the enemy is right next to you. It's us.
Yeah.
It's us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we chose Mick to be the leader, how long is it gonna take for somebody to backbite?
Yeah, it don't take too long.
So it's like there's so much stuff that we need to learn again as a culture. Because in cultures, they don't backbite. They don't do all that. They don't do all that.
Right.
They don't do all that. They don't do all that. They don't do all that. They got rules and regulations. Once you violate certain things, there's certain ways that you are. So again, if we in a group of people, no rules and regulations. We got no principles no more. We ain't got no conduct. We ain't got nothing. But then you want some mercy from some other people. You want them to give you some mercy, but y'all ain't showing mercy to each other. To me, that's backwards. And I
animalistic, but you looking for mercy.
And I did not see this. Look, I didn't see this when I'm out here doing what I do. When I'm 40, right. I didn't see it because I'm inside of my own business. I'm inside of my own business, so I don't see it.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure, like, look, here's my mind. I don't care if you don't know. I don't care if it's my auntie. I don't care if it's my cousin. What type of people gonna help with people that think like that? I wouldn't fool with them. I misuse them too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, I'm just coming with. We have to be honest about what we've been through. How else is we gonna change it? If we keep on complaining, that means I'm pointing a finger over there and saying they to blame. But if they to blame, that means they the ones who got the solution too.
So you want to point back at you.
It's us, man. It's us who again have accepted so many lies into our life. We don't even know what the truth look like when it's right in front of us, man. So, I wish ones just do they study like I have, because again, what have we been studying?
Well, first I think we got to study who we are, who we really are. We have to go from the beginning. And then we may get that self-respect that we lack, because we lack self-respect. That's why we can easily go kill our brother like it's nothing. It's something wrong with us as a people. But I think it was predestined. I think we got a curse on Black people. I just do, especially in America. We are violent people to ourselves. And there's something wrong with that. We're not violent towards whites or any other race. We violent towards ourselves. And if white people killed themselves like that, it'd be a national
have a cold campaign for
it. That's right. So, but because it's us, people don't care. And you gotta ask yourself, why is we doing this? Or why are we in this condition? So we in this condition because we cursed. I think we cursed by God. We've been cursed. I think it's foretold. I think it's in the Bible. We cursed. That's what it is. And until we understand that, recognize that, research it, you can do that too. But you will know why we're in this condition.
Yeah, we're in a condition because, like you said, how can you thrive off falsehood? So that means you can't do nothing but practice falsehood. That's all you know. That's all you can practice. So that means we practicing hate in so many different forms. And like you said, we got to go back to the essence and figure out where we lost that at, and go back and pick those morals back up, pick those principles back up. Get, like you said, get that self-respect back. But that's still going to take a lot, because that means the individual person has to do a lot of self-study and self-check itself. Like, man, I'm the one who kind of did this, so I'm the one who kind of got to, you know what I'm saying? I can't blame nobody for what I seen and picked up. I ain't have to. Yeah. Like when I graduated high school, they called me. They said, right now you can be in the Marines, which I signed up for. And I'm like, nah, I got a job. Spend the next 4 years in the penitentiary.
Wow.
But I again, it's our choices. The choices that we make. I self-hate towards each other. That's self-hate that I'm going to tell myself, man, I'm going to spend my next 20 years selling dope.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what I asked for. You know what come with 20 years worth of that? Some of these memories I don't even want to pick up and pull back up no more. But they there.
They there. That's a part of the false reality that we.
Sometimes we all walk in nightmare.
Yeah.
We definitely that.
So
yeah, we definitely that.
I'm doing my best to get myself out of the nightmare, man. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. And again, I like going around other cultures, because I'm learning, like, man, we don't have what y'all got, so I'm gonna pick up what y'all got and bring it back home so I can show mine. Like, it was something I was doing the other day. You know, I just had one of my families pass, and I'm like, yeah, I've been giving them the game for a minute. I put together 3 numbers. I put together $1,000, $59, and $250, right? About $1,500 a month. I times that times a year. That was about $15,000 a year. I got a big family, so I said, okay, $15,000 a year times 200. Wow. That's $3 million. Mm-hmm. And I told my family, I said, we not broke. We just got a poor mindset. And I put that on. That was just 3 numbers. I'm like, we have a poor mindset. We don't know what true economics look like. Yeah. So if it is, you know how much stuff we'll have from capital to Berlin.
Yep.
We would have knew 10 from you, 5 from you, 5 from you, 5 from you, and then get that. I didn't run that. Yeah. Boom, boom. That's what everybody else is doing. And then 5, 5, 5, get that. Do it, go run 5, 5, 5, boom. Because that's what you call community. That's what you call being men. Yeah. Other nations they're not even allowed to tear down. Man, if you in other cultures, if you bringing in something that the culture don't like, man, you are out of here. Yeah. We don't want you to bring in no outer influence that can influence the minds of the rest of them to go the other way. With us, we go the other way the whole time. We weren't taught that discipline from the beginning. I just being honest with how I was raised. I was raised on fear. I wasn't raised to think.
So, you know, man, what's the science, right, y'all? You know, we gonna. I gotta ask you right now to come back and continue the conversation, right? I think there's a lot more that needs to be shared and exposed, right? And, you know, as normal, we let everybody give a last word before we call it a night. What you want to leave people with, bro? You know what I mean? This, you know, we normally try to leave with some on your plate, some in your cup, right? Yeah, man. Y'all got a full course meal for a few days tonight. You know what I mean? You got a lot that you can go back and capture and build on, right? And if you didn't get full tonight, then you need to change your diet. You know what I mean? What you want to leave people with, boss?
Man must be what he know, not what he told. How the Bible says, study to show thyself approved. Yeah. What is we studying? Is you studying self? Is you studying your higher self and your lower self? Because my lower self was strong. I didn't even know how strong it was. But I figured out I had a higher self that was stronger than my lower self. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, we old enough now. We don't have to believe what was told. We can actually research. We can research. I am a faithful member of the Moorish High Club of America because of the research I have done, the people I have sat down with, whether it was federal agents or whatever. And I'm like, hey, most of them, like all of them say, man, y'all know what y'all supposed to be doing. Go build what y'all need to build. Simple as that. Go build what we need to build. According to our forefathers' way of life. Not somebody else's.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that anybody respected in this world. They respecting the other cultures because they are honoring the ways of their forefathers. We have been taken away from the ways of our forefathers. We have been taught European psychology.
Science. Top busy.
I'm gonna ride on what he said. So what he quoted was scripture, 2 Timothy 2:15, which reads, "Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." So I'm gonna say this: we have to know who we are. If we read this word, this Bible, these scriptures, we'll find out who we are. You will find out who you are. And that's how that's how we establish this self-respect. Because we eating up this African American, the N-word. That's what we think we are, and we acting like it. So we got to understand who we are. So pick up your word of God, pick up that Bible, and see who you are.
Brother Johnson, you want to leave us with something, man?
Honestly, man, I came over here because I love what y'all was talking about. I was like, I could add something. You know what? When I got here, God just tell me, you don't learn nothing while you talking. This is the time for you to learn something. You know, and I understand that, dude. The wilderness mentality is real. And this is why we stand these cycles all the time, because y'all touched on it many times about how we, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth, what the Bible talk about a dog going back to the vomit. You know what I'm saying? And get what Mick is the epitome of what men used to be back in the day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us is, though, because we all had these foundations that was laid that we didn't even know was getting laid. You know what I'm saying? But we got values because of what we, you know what I'm saying? But now that you feel like you mastered that, we get so cocky and confident that we forget that, you know what I'm saying? We ain't thinking about no the financial wealth that we supposed to be leaving our people with, or being leaders of communities. And look, I got so much stuff in my mind and my heart right now about, you know what I'm saying, because I got more years behind me than I got in front of me now. So now I'm like, man.
You don't sound old.
Huh?
If you don't sound old.
I know you ain't so.
Out here, man, you guys are some of y'all out here pushing 60 or something.
Yeah.
Y'all 60 or something.
Yeah. Hey, man, you want to leave us with something?
Hey, man, I'm down here soaking up by the sponge, man.
My man.
I know I got my man over there that got studying that knowledge, and I'm just soaking it in.
I got one question.
And I'm just ready. I'm just ready for the change.
I got one
I
question.
know we can do it.
Oh, we're going to do it.
What does the acronym GAME stands for?
The what?
What does the acronym GAME stands for? This is the game, isn't it? Right?
Is it acronym?
It's an acronym. Ain't an acronym?
Everything.
But you said
It's not established. When you know, man,
Oh, okay.
we working off the word game.
I got you. I thought it was an acronym for something.
Did it come to you?
Giving all men everything.
What you say, Tim?
Giving all men everything, right? Everything that I got. Everything that I got, because I want to see you do better than me. I want to see you be better than me, right? And if I can push you to be better than me, hopefully you can push somebody else to be better than me.
Man, how about they giving all Americans everything or something.
I
You
ain't
say
doing all that.
men,
I ain't
you
doing all
say
that.
men, you done forgot the women.
I ain't going to listen. You know, women have been giving up themselves for decades, right? And men have stepped back and continue to watch them give, right?
Here's one thing that I noticed too. If that duo is not if that duo is not in alignment, you will have a happy house or a happy
You
family.
happy nothing.
You better say it.
You ain't even gonna be happy.
Yeah.
You better say it.
That's what I'm saying. You say men when you put the
Because man,
you ain't got
to get back to being men.
You ain't got to admit it.
He's right. Because without if the man ain't strong and getting it together, then the women.
Look at our women now, man.
They
You got them trying to find strong women.
But again, hold on. I'm gonna go back to this one here. Let's go back to culture. Who is the stronger than other cultures? The men.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, I understand that, but you need them both. But the men ain't got nothing to protect the woman with, so she gonna go where her protection get.
Yeah.
Man, she gonna make sure she gonna go where she knows she can protect them children, man, feed them children, man.
I agree.
And we have to be honest.
I agree.
When I look at other men and they coaches, man, they taking care of all of that.
They are.
We all the way up the ball on that one.
And they women.
And you wonder why.
And they women are respecting them.
And you wonder why the woman going to the woman.
because of that fact.
Man, we gotta understand. We again for the European psychology, we have been knocked down to little boys, bro.
What you about to say?
That's with bigger toys. That's it.
No, I was about to say that it's because of that fact that we got to get to the underlying root of why these men, they got issues that we don't even understand, dude. Why they, they beating women up, because they got these emotions, dude, because they don't know how to say, I'm hurt. My feelings hurt. You know how many cats in the 80s, dog, you should take care of by their women, and then as soon as they get slick and go outside, you ain't shit. You been here. Now they can't say, oh, that hurts my feelings. They beat them up or get another woman to validate them. A man can have everything he wants, but because he got some untapped stuff inside of him, he gonna try to gather any other woman that he can get. You know what I'm saying? You got cats like Darren Sharper raping women because he got inadequacies because he stuttered.
You got men who
I stutter all my life. But you said, you know what I'm saying? He had so you know,
Close it out, son.
As usual, man, we like to leave y'all with something. I mean, and tonight I think we left y'all with a lot. Tonight's show was What's the Science, right? And if you take anything out of it, take this. The only person holding you back is you. The greatness that you see, all you gotta do is unlock it. Because it's within you. Right? The world is changing. It really is. But there are people that want to see you succeed. Stop going where you're not appreciated and lift it up, right? If your crowd is a crowd that's evolving but constantly in mess, turmoil, strife, argument, that's not the crowd you need to be around. Find you somebody that can teach you, and hopefully they can learn from you too. I'm down here with my brothers, and I'm in a great place right now because I know I'm amongst people that care about me and care about themselves, and about not just leaving tomorrow, but leaving here tomorrow and leaving something to somebody else, right? So take your rightful place, man, and be the man that you were born to be. You got everything you need to accomplish everything you want to accomplish. The science of it all lies within you, though. For the gang members, that's top. Dizzy, Chauncey, Monk in the back, the Alma Rice Bay, man, and I'm the Capo, man. Till next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Hey.
Hey, where you find the $5 today?
That was mine.
I know.
I lost that $5, man. Dude, keep on doing that too, man. John, just keep on doing that, bro. On what? On what?